Hey to all of you, my name is Caller from the Trader 10 community, and today I'm going to do the weekly forecast for you guys. In this weekly forecast I will be going over some coins and I will look at what they've done in the past to try and determine what they might do in the future. So today we are going to check Bitcoin, ETH, ADA, FTM and RVN. So please sit back and relax and enjoy the show. So starting off with Bitcoin, what has Bitcoin actually been doing? When we try and identify what it has been doing, we can clearly see that in this structure it was losing the move that brought us to the high, then came back down, made a new low, trying to shift trend in that way. So we came back up to the range high that we needed to achieve in order to make new all-time highs. As you can see yourself, we are kind of failing there. Now, however, there is this small little detail. We did achieve this small level right here. So because of that, we went back down, made new high, then rejected here. We were talking about this one on stream. So what was I expecting on this one? If they can hold the higher low, we can reattempt to break 59,300. If we then don't make a new higher low, I'm actually suspecting us to come back down to 55.3. Now, as you can see yourself, what have they done? They already tested the midpoint of this range and are currently rejecting it. Because they are currently rejecting it, the probabilities are actually quite high that we might even come down all the way to here as well. So what do I mean with here? Let me quickly draw a nice line there. It will be around here, 55.5. And even then, what can happen is that we go up, reject the bottom again, and maybe even come back down to the 52Ks. So yeah, why am I kind of bearish on this on Bitcoin? Because it's been distributing quite a bit. If you look at the daily time zone and we look at the left, this thing has been trending to the upside, you see? It didn't really slow down a lot until here. You can clearly see that we're slowing down momentum. So maybe what will happen as well is we will come back down all the way to 45.7, go back up to 55.4, and then do the bigger retracement to 33K. These are all valid options, but of course we will have to look at this at a slower pace, right? So first things first, let's first see if the lower time frames can come back down, and if they don't hold a higher low, then yeah, I'm expecting the scenario I just drew out, because we have been making this curvature and we are kind of distributing. Now, does it mean that Bitcoin can't make new all-time highs? Sure, they can. I'm also expecting them, like, if they don't come down to 52K on the daily wise, where I love to put some orders in as well. Over here is a nice level to bounce actually as well on the daily. So let's put that one there, because I think that one has a higher probability than the lower one if we want a continuation to the upside. So if you want a continuation to the upside, the higher probability play in my opinion is 54.2. Of course 51, 52 can happen as well, but for bullish continuation I really want to hold the top side-ish. So that's kind of it for Bitcoin. Let's head over to the next pair. Up next, we have ETH USDT, and for ETH USDT, they were kind of doing nicely what we were expecting them to do. Head above this green zone, retest it, and boom chakalaka, moon it. That's what they've done. So I'm pretty proud on Sir ETH. Has been doing some very nice price action. So yeah, very happy with that. Hopefully some guys caught it, of course non-financial advice, but still. Now what am I looking for ETH right now is I'm actually looking for a little bit lower. So let's say that we are going to retrace. I will be looking for 17.18, and then right here I will be looking for the classic W pattern and trying to make new highs. We will probably find some new resistances at 19.3. On our way down, this will also become a nice level to look for some scalp longs, and maybe if there is only a small retracement on Bitcoin, to then make new highs. Now I like to point out as well that here on ETH this can become bearish as well. So let's say that we bounce from 1,710, we can come back down and actually fail to make new highs, and then coming back down, I don't know to where, but then shifting trend. In my opinion, ETH looks a little bit more bullish than Bitcoin, mainly because ETH made this new all-time high while Bitcoin didn't. Right, so that I think that's kind of obvious to everyone. ETH made a new all-time high, Bitcoin didn't, but in the end ETH will follow Bitcoin as well. That's how it always been, and that's how I think it will go. That's how I think it will be as well. So looking at the daily, I'm mainly looking for this 1710 continuation. Let's go down to the lower time frame to get a little bit more precision as to what it might actually do. Okay, so we had this bullish case scenario where they bounce off these highs, right? So there's also a bearish case scenario within this. So let's say that we do get down to this 19.3 level. What I might look for the bearish case scenario is we go down and we come back up to here, reject it, fail to make a new high, and then a higher low, and then actually come back down to the other scenario and rinse and repeat, right? So this is what I'm looking for ETH right now. Of course, what they can do as well is hold the higher low at 20.30, hold it, make a W or so, try to achieve this, touch the top of it, and then make new highs. So these are kind of all of the options I can think of right now for ETH. So yeah, we will see, and let's hold over to the next coin. So up next we have ADA, and didn't ADA kind of beautifully did what we were expecting it to do? Well, over here, well, we had this high, and right here I was drawing these lines. I was thinking, okay, so we have two options, right? As we always do. Either we fail, we create a higher low and then make this go up, or we continue to trade within this range and then try to go up, and this will be our first resistance that we need to achieve in order to shift trend. So if we were able to get above this level, then we were in for new all-time highs. Sadly enough, as you can see yourself, they just kind of rejected it and are going down right now. Well, not really down, but they're trying to hold the origin of the swing. What do I mean with the origin of the swing? The origin of the swing is the yellow line where we were trading around the whole time, right? That's the origin of the swing. Now, what am I expecting for the future of ADA? Is I'm actually looking for it, depending if you are bullish or bearish. If you're kind of bullish, you want them to make new highs right now. You want them to start staircasing and finally achieve this 1.33 level. If they achieve this 1.33 level, I really think we will be making new all-time highs. Other than that, if we aren't making new highs, we will probably make new lows. So what will we do then? Come back down to this origin right here, go back up, reject 1.2, and then come back down to this origin right here, where we will probably get a bounce of 1.16, come back down. If they fail to hold a higher low, we will probably go down to 0.85, and if we achieve the higher low, we can retry and re-achieve 1.2. So these are kind of the cases that I'm looking out for ADA. If you don't know yet, I always look at multiple scenarios that can play out, because you never know what the market will do. You as a trader will have to adapt to the markets in these ways that I'm showing you right now. So that's it for ADA. Let's head over to the next one. Up next we have XRP, and boy oh boy has this made a lot of people very happy during the week. This thing has been pumping like crazy. I think it did like 50% in a few days. Kinda unbelievable. XRP has done it again. So yeah, what we were looking for an achievement of the 55 level, coming back down, holding on, and then making new highs. As you can see, they kind of went to the origin of the move and then started to make its highs. Now, what am I looking out for XRP? Let's maybe dumb that down. There's not really a lot to look at anymore in this zone, so we might even have to go down go up all the way to the weekly in order to get a better view of what we are trying to do. So what I like to do is just look at the weekly tops, and then we can look if they already tested it or not. If they haven't tested it yet, we might be able to look for a trade there. But as you can see, they kind of already tested it. Now that doesn't mean that this zone doesn't become important anymore, or isn't important for me anymore. So what am I going to do? I'm going to mark these levels out as well, because these are actually this is going to be one of the zones I'll be looking for a bullish retracement on ETH. So when we're coming back down, I will be looking for higher low plays in this zone or within this area right here. We already tested it, but right now we have two closes above, meaning we achieved the level. So when we come back down there, I actually want them to start see them trading around there. So what am I meaning? Coming back down to this level, and then maybe setting up for a short, but I'm mainly looking for them to start squeezing. Right? I really like these squeezes, because within these squeezes we can easily hedge ourselves. We can look for longs, and we can look for shorts. And then it doesn't matter if the market wants to go up or down, because I will be in it anyway, and the market can decide whatever it wants to do. So I'm looking for a squeeze around here. Then with a short, I like to take around there, and then I'm actually okay with this position. The other option is that it breaks down, retest 86, and then comes back down all the way here, and then actually tries to squeeze or make a new high or higher lows, whatever. So 0.86 and 0.735 will be the levels of my interest for XRP. The above zone will be there for longs and shorts, while this zone will be more for my longs. So that's it for XRP. Let's head over to the next one. Up next, we have Phantom USDT. So for Phantom, looks like it has done something we were expecting it to do as well. Little bit slower than expected though, but I told you guys, if this thing pops, it'll pop again. And holy moly, did it pop. So what have they done? They swept these lows. Afterwards, we wanted them to achieve 0.4-ish. After achieving 0.4-ish, we kind of knew that they were shifting trend. Because they were shifting trend, the next area would be the 0.44 level. After achieving the 0.44 level, we would of course come back to 0.4 and then try to make new highs. So what it has done then, went up, retested, and then just mooned above it. Sadly enough, right now, they're not really... well, they're holding the level that they need to, so 0.44, but I would love them to already retest 0.496. Well, anyway, this is still a play that we can look for. So we can still look for them to touch 0.497. After touching 0.497, come back down, hold a higher low, and then try to make new highs. Now, I think this one will be a little bit more difficult because, well, these are the failures that we need to achieve to make new highs, right? So it will be something like this that I'm looking for the bullish case scenario. For the bearish case scenario, well, we actually have another bullish case scenario that's within the bearish case scenario as well. We can come back down all the way to 40 as well, and then do the same thing as here. Come back down, make an accumulation, touch the top again, maybe touch this top again as well, and then try to go up. Now here, as I like to say every time, we can fail to make this higher low, and that would be our bearish case scenario. So what will be the levels that I will be looking out for? Actually, the same ones that were already here. I will be looking out for this bullish test of 0.495. Then I'm looking for a higher low. If they can achieve the higher low, I'm looking for new highs. If they can't achieve the higher low, I'm looking for this case at 0.4. If they can't achieve the higher low at 0.4, I'm looking for 0.34. If they can achieve the higher low at 0.44, then I'm looking for the 0.5 play again once we touch the 49. I hope this is clear, and that's it for Phantom. Up next, I have this Raven coin that people have been asking a lot about in the chat on Twitch. Now, because this has been asked a lot, I really wanted to review it, and this is one of the only BTC pairs I've done on this channel so far, and mainly because I want to show you guys what I'm always looking for on these BTC pairs. So what I'm mainly looking for is always just the weeklies, because people always forget to look at them. Weeklies are so important in crypto. So, and especially in these BTC pairs. So what am I looking for right now is, as you can see, we went above these lows right here. Because we went above it, we came back down and I wanted to hold it as support. We didn't make new highs because we are not making new highs. We can expect this thing to go down. How low do I think it will go? I'm looking for 2.10. If it goes back down to 210 sets, I'm looking for a retest of 272. Then I'm looking for the higher low. And here is the rinse and repeat thing that I've been teaching you guys over and over again. If they can make a higher low, we will probably if they can make a higher low and make a new high, they will probably retest 272 and then make new highs. If they can't hold a higher low, we'll probably break down and then try to hold 176. Touch this. If they still breach through, we will go lower. And then we will come back down all the way to 74 sets. If, however, they can hold a higher low, we are still in the same play as before. Alright? So that's actually a very easy and simple analysis on Raven. We can go down into deeper details, but here you will just see what I explained. So they held this level, tried to create new highs, created new highs, came back down to the origin, tried to pump it up, but failed to achieve. Because they failed to achieve, they are now coming back down. So they might retest on the lower time frames, they might retest 272 again, touch this, and then the same thing and repeat. If they fail to make a new high, come back down into the 214 play. If they can achieve new highs, then try to make another new achievement, hold this, and then pump to the upside. But here they can fail as well. So yeah, that's it for Raven BTC as well. So guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this weekly forecast. My excuse is that I didn't post it at the start of the week, and in the weekend I've been very busy with some in real life stuff, and due to that I wasn't able to do the weekly forecast that often. Hopefully they will be coming out more regularly again. If you want to know more about how we trade and how we analyze these markets, you can always come out and check us out on our Twitch channel, linked in the description. So thank you all for watching, and Scholar out.